Hello. Okay, what we're going to be trying to accomplish here is create a print of that guy on the right, that snaky looking robot on the right. He's the black and white one in the lower left-hand corner, and it is from an old video game, an old RPG called Starflight. And there are many characters in there. There's a group of robots in that game that were sort of protecting and preparing colony worlds. And I have originally built this model in 3D Studio Max. I ported it over to Blender, and I'm trying to clean up the geometry for Blender so I can get it to mesh smooth or mesh subdivide, as it were, a little better. I have this grate for the mouth, that speaker cover. It almost looks like the drain in my tub. As you can see, the geometry is disgusting. I'm gonna make that a little nicer. I didn't have any problems with it in 3D Studio Max. The Turbo Smooth would have handled that nicely and kind of done all the dirty work for me without needing to worry about cleaning it up. But I want to set this up for 3D print and get a nice solid geometry out of it, nice clean geometry for it. So I ended up spending a little way too much time working on that to get that to work in that weird little spot. I just wanted to do it in one piece, one solid mesh without creating a separate piece for it. But here we are, and actually the work paid off. That grade turned out pretty decent, and it will be much easier to handle on the print. Okay, and our head is basically done. Um, just gotta clean up a couple of loose ends here. I probably created some problems when I was fixing that, unbeknownst to me. And I'm just gonna make a bust of this overall model. I do have the whole mech or the whole robot completed. I just want to do maybe from the shoulders up and send it to the printer for a quick little project. See how it turns out, and maybe we'll get some further inspiration from there. Maybe I'll make the whole robot at some point, but that'll take a lot of planning. You're just going to clean it up here and union this bust into one final piece so we don't have a couple different parts laying about. Get it into the slicer, and I am going to make it a multicolored print on the bamboo X1 carbon, and I should know better because this is going to take forever. It's going to probably take a good 24 hours just to print with the multicolor. I'll put it on the highest settings. I don't know if you can see it on the screen there. I got it at the 0.08 millimeter with the 4 or 0.4 millimeter nozzle. Um, we'll see how it turns out just using the basic presets with that simple nozzle without swapping it out to the 0.2 if I really wanted to get some fine detail out of it. But I've always kind of struggled with the X1 to get really, really clean prints. I know it can be done. I've seen it done. I'm struggling with it, and I've tinkered with it often. Here we go. So we'll just do that. I've put the cheeks as a blue because I wanted it to change material. I try to get a seam between that to make it as, or to highlight on the print that there were supposed to be two extra slices there. And there is the final print. It came out kind of hairy, almost looks like lint, but it's filament. Not quite spaghetti, but not as heavy as the spaghetti, but it's real fine and feathery. But overall, not too bad. There you go. Ta-da! From nothing to something. So now we actually have a Mechan 9 in the real world. And I gouged out the inside here. I put some LEDs and some wire in there. Just two LEDs in the eyeballs, simply wired up in series. And two 3-volt coin batteries. We're going to hook them up to the wiring here. Get this set up quickly. No, I'm not going to really fuss with it too much. I just really want to see the effect. That's why I'm going through all this. Give myself a glowing eyeball to Mechan 9. We are Mechan 9. Respond. There it is. Ta-da. That's that is the GoPro that's giving me that image. All right, there you go. I just made myself a new nightlight. All right, if you stuck around this long, thanks for watching.